We're actually going to take the call here from Brittany Murphy now. Hello, Brittany. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Coming off the win today, I got to call the game. Congratulations, first off, on the win. SUNY semifinal game versus Oneonta. Scored your 5th goal of the season in the 2-0 win. How does it feel?
It feels great, honestly. It feels really good to win and advance to the finals.
You mentioned the finals, so you'll play this Saturday at home versus New Paltz because you guys are the number 1 seed. You beat the number 4 seed, Oneonta, today. And, of course, New Paltz beat Geneseo 2-1 in the other semifinal game today. So what kind of momentum does this win from today give you into this weekend's game versus New Paltz?
I think it's a great momentum. Today we played awesome. We played really hard, especially though today we were really only thinking about today's game. We wanted to make sure we did not overlook today's game because it was so important. So definitely today's momentum, getting that 2-0 win, definitely sets the tone for this week, and I think we're totally ready. I think it's going to be awesome.
Well, that's great to hear. I know you guys definitely had to be ready. Nothing to take lightly. Oneonta was 5-12, but they definitely gave you a run for your money the first half, holding you guys, scoreless in the first half. That was a little bit of a different type of game than we've seen typically. You guys hadn't had trouble scoring, but you guys fought through and won 2-0, and I was impressed with how you guys bounced back in the second half. What kind of adjustments did you guys make to get those goals in the second half?
Yeah, definitely. The first half was we definitely dominated in the first half. We just couldn't finish those shots on goal. But coming out in the second half, across the board, we knew that we were going to score instantly right away. We were all confident. We said, we got this. We turned to each other. We were confident in each other, and we finished it within the first 5 minutes of the second half. So, and with SUNY as well, SUNY play, even though Oneonta's record wasn't, they only had 5 wins, I think you said.
Right.
SUNY play, anything can happen. It's a clean slate. Everyone, they're fighting for their last game of the season. They lost, so they're completely done. So it's definitely kind of a blood battle at this point. So.
Well, absolutely. You said anything can happen. Last season, you guys got bumped out in this stage, right? Geneseo upset the number 4 seed, upset the number 1 seed at home against Cortland. So how much did that loss last year fuel you guys to be ready for this semifinal game and come in there, guns blazing and ready to get the win today?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said earlier, we wanted to 100% make sure that we did not overlook this game. Just because they're a 4th seed does not mean that, they're not capable of doing it, like winning a game. We learned that the hard way, unfortunately, but every returner on our team understood that, and we reinforced that to the freshmen on our team as well. And I think it kind of gave us that fire that we needed, even though it was Oneonta and not Geneseo. It definitely set us up for a really good win today. So
today was the 8th straight win at home, the only loss at home coming against Skidmore for the first home game of the year. How much does playing at home and having the home field advantage, what kind of advantage does that give you?
It's definitely a game changer in the game of field hockey because the different turf definitely affects the way that things happen. When we play, it's totally different. Like AstroTurf, things move so much faster, and when we're away, even brand new turf is so thick, and it's great for certain sports. For field hockey, the ball moves so slow, and we'd rather have it as fast as possible. So. I think we're just really used to our turf at this point.
Right.
It's a little bouncy, but we manage, and we know. I mean, as a team, we can adjust to any type of turf, but it's definitely an advantage being at home because for any team really, because how you play on your specific turf, basically.
How did you get into field hockey as being the sport that you played in college or even in general?
How did I start?
Yeah, even how did you start playing it?
Honestly, I was debating if I wanted in 7th grade when modified, I think it maybe even 6th grade when modified tryouts and things were happening. I was kind of up in the air. I was like, well, I know I want to play a sport. I either want to play soccer or field hockey. And honestly, a bunch of my friends at the time were all trying out for the field hockey team and said, let's all play field hockey together. And it kind of just happened that way. I said, okay, I picked up the stick, and it was a brand new sport to me. And I definitely wish I started it earlier, but it wasn't offered earlier because it's now like a new sport. It's becoming more like common now. So kids are starting it a lot earlier now, but it was only offered to me as like a 7th grader. I don't know. It was kind of just one of those random decisions, and it really impacted me for the rest of my life. So
I think you definitely made the right decision. Well, you're a senior now here at Cortland. You're a captain on the team. 5 goals this season. Your 5th goal coming today. What does this team do well, and how is it different than the years past that you've played here at Cortland? What do you notice from this team this year?
Definitely the chemistry on this team is like the biggest thing. The years prior, each team is completely different every single year I've played. But the most important thing I really think this year is our team chemistry. We get along so well, and it transfers so great to the field, and it really works for us really well. So I think definitely like our team chemistry is the best thing that we have going for us this year.
So that would be your biggest strength if you had to point to one strength of your team, the chemistry?
Yeah, definitely our team chemistry, because we all know what we're going to do on the field. Everyone is on the same page, and it's just we trust each other, and having trust with your teammates is a huge thing. It's a huge thing.
What's the end goal for this year's team? Are you taking it one game at a time, or do you have a bigger championship on the mind?
Definitely. I mean, before today, it was definitely one game at a time. But ever since I've been a freshman, we've been upset in the SUNY finals every single year since I'm a freshman. So this is my senior year. Like us as seniors, and even the underclassmen below me, I think our main focus is just the SUNY playoff. We want this more than anything, this final game, and then when we win that game, everything from there is take it game by game from there once we enter the SUNY playoff, the NCAA playoff. Sorry.
Right.
See, do you have any pregame rituals you do? I mean, especially maybe before today's game, because I know today was a big game.
I just try to stay very hydrated. I kind of like today's game. It was so hot randomly. It was
75 degrees out. Yeah.
Yeah. So no matter what, like I'm always just drinking water, trying to completely stay hydrated, because during the game you get unfocused, and you are focused on the game and not staying hydrated. So I'm always hydrating, drinking a lot of water. Once I get into the locker room, get my stuff on, get focused, and then we play some music, and we get all pumped together. So it's kind of just the same thing every game. And
of course, going to your communications, law, and ethics class that we went to the same class together today, right?
Yeah.
Always got to be studious as well. All right, I have one more question for you. How do you game plan for this tough New Paltz team? When you guys played them earlier in the year, you beat them 1-0. They were ranked number 17 at the time. This was all the way back in September 26th. You guys scored on a Megan O'Brien goal off a rebound from your shot, and then Kaylin Reinl, of course, had a great game. She's played very well for you guys. How do you guys game plan going in to play this tough New Paltz team?
I think one of our main things is we dominate the field very well, and we're very cohesive. And like I said, our team chemistry is great. But it's just that, especially being a forward too, it's that pressure on us and even the middies as well to finish like every shot we take. So I think that's kind of one of our main goals as the game happens, is just we know we can dominate the field. We just need to make sure that every shot counts and every rebound counts, that we really finish it. They have really good girls, very talented girls on that team, but we could definitely shut them down if we, defensively as well. But offensively, I think offensively is the most thing, because obviously scoring goals wins games, but no doubt defense as well scores games. And I think our defense is a huge part in us winning games. Like you said, Kaylin Reinl, she's doing phenomenal as a freshman in goal.
Right.
And our 4 backs back there, they've saved our butts so many times. So I think overall as a unit, we need to focus on offense and defense, but mainly I think we just need to finish every shot that we take and just make it happen, I guess.
Well, absolutely. You guys definitely have a well-rounded attack. 14-4 this season, 6-0 in the conference play. Definitely, I'll be rooting for you guys. I'll be actually on the call this Saturday from Stadium White, so that'll be fun. Hope to see a lot of people out there supporting you guys. But best of luck to you. Thanks for coming on the show.
All right, thank you.
And we'll talk to you soon. Go celebrate this win.
All right, thanks.
Talk to you later. So that was Cortland Fields Hockey's Brittany Murphy. It was cool to talk to her. Always good to get Cortland athletes here on the show. It's always a fun interactive thing we get to do, bring them in over the phone. Some